Greetings, future scholars of America. It's Mr. Barfield here with another grammar video. Feel free to pause, rewind, or fast forward at any time so that you can get the best notes possible. Today's topic, pronouns, the second part of speech that we're going to cover. Now, a pronoun, in general, is a word that takes the place of a noun or another pronoun. And the antecedent is the word or group of words that the pronoun refers to. The pronoun must agree with the number and gender of the antecedent at all times. So, hold on, I'm going to give you an example of a pronoun and antecedent. So, Chris and answer are both nouns in this sentence, but if we were to pronounify it and replace the nouns with pronouns, it would be he knew the answer and he knew it. These are both pronouns that take the place of nouns in the previous sentence. The antecedent is what the pronouns are referring back to. For example, what is the antecedent of he? If you said Chris, you are correct. What is the antecedent of it in this sentence? If you said answer, you are correct. Speaking of antecedents, beware unclear antecedents. A common writing error is when you introduce a sentence with an antecedent, with a pronoun that doesn't have a clear antecedent. Like it is often said that no good deed goes unpunished. What is it referring to? Nothing. We don't know. It's unclear. Moving right along. Let's talk about personal pronouns. Pronouns that refer to people or things. There are two types of these, subjective and objective. Subjective pronoun, like the name indicates, is a pronoun that introduces the subject of a sentence, and objective is a pronoun used as the object of a verb or a preposition, like this. Here's a chart. Anytime you see a chart in a video, you should copy it down into your notes. All the subjective singulars are you, I, is, he, she, it, blah, blah, blah. And objective can only be used as the object of the sentence. Subject can only be used as the subject of the sentence. If you mix the two up, you sound like you don't know good English. For example, if you use me as the subject of a sentence, it would sound like me knew it. Or if you use the subjective as the objective, it would be I knew she. You see, it doesn't make sense. Moving right along. Personal pronouns include several forms that indicate possession or ownership, like possessive pronouns. Those take the place of a possessive form of a noun. For example, in the sentence, Stephen's book is new, you could replace the possessive form of the noun Stephen's with his. His book is new. Or the family's road trip is dull. The possessive form of the noun families could be replaced with ours. Our road trip is very dull. Next up, we have reflexive and intensive pronouns. These are pronouns that end with the suffix self. A reflexive pronoun refers to a noun or another pronoun and indicates that the same person or thing is involved, and they are always objective. For example, Jane bought herself a book. If you take herself out, it just says Jane bought a book. You need to know who she bought a book for and that the same person is involved. You would add herself as the object of bought. Jane bought herself a book. Intensive also ends in self, but it doesn't really have any purpose in the sentence rather than to add emphasis to a noun or a pronoun already named. And the sentence makes perfect sense without intensive pronouns. It's a stylistic choice. Like, I myself have never bought a book. It makes just as much sense as I have never bought a book. It doesn't add any info. If it's left out, the meaning doesn't change. It's just to add emphasis. Reflexive, though, is necessary to understand that the same person or thing is involved. Here's a chart of reflexive and intensive pronouns in the singular and plural form. Copy it down. Moving on. Next, let's talk about demonstrative versus interrogative pronouns. Demonstrative is a pronoun that points something out, and it always starts with th. There are 4 different types. This, that, these, and those. Interrogative is a pronoun used to introduce an interrogative sentence, aka a question, and they always start out with WH, like who, whom, what, which, whose. Moving right along, an indefinite pronoun does not refer to any particular person, place, or thing. but it still functions just as any other pronoun would. Like anything, something, anyone, or everyone. Like in the sentence, everyone loves ice cream. Doesn't refer to any particular person, place, or thing, but it still works. Or anyone can eat ice cream. Or something is under my bed. Here's a few more, both few, many, or several. Many have been to Silverwood, as in many of us have been to Silverwood. Doesn't specify who, still functions as the subject. Hint. Who and whom both refer to people and are easy to mix up. If you've ever been in a conversation with a grammar nerd and they correct you, you say, I think you mean whom, not who. Well, here's the difference. Who is used when the interrogative pronoun is the subject of the sentence, and whom is used when the interrogative pronoun is the object or of the verb or a preposition. Whew, that was a long video. Here's a meme to cap it off. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.